Hey guys, Trumpetmcool here. Today's date is April 24th, 2014, and welcome to episode number 8 of DayKnight Time. Today's game is Blood Pressure Marathon, and that is a racing game, which is really fun because you can have a lot of fun, different interactions with it, and you never know how fast you're going to go. The icebreaker question is, what would be your superhero power? That's provided by Cerebral09, who's Travis and the call. And next week's episode is going to be starting about an hour earlier, so stay tuned on Twitter for that. So last time we played Worms Revolution, and that was, just for the lulz. So check that out whenever you get the chance. For DayKnight announcements, there's no Funday Monday topics for at least a week or two, depending on when Sean gives out the next topic. There's a contest going on. It's Hero of the Terran, where you have to get the most kills as a Reaper in the first 15 minutes. So check the forums out for that, and the StarCraft forums on day9.tv. Alright, DKTL. This is a community tournament that's focused on the players. GM Faust is hosting organizing this. He'll be in the call, and it's designed for any kind of playing schedule at any skill level. Games are cast Thursday and Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. PDT at twitch.tv/HivemindTV by the Hivemind TV crew, who are TESPA members, which is pretty cool. Currently they're in round 2. Next week they'll be in round 3, so stay tuned for that. DayKnight show matches. These are a form of competition for normal SC2 players that Omega 068 started, and it was started on the DayKnight forums, looking for players looking for to compete with others in stream matches without the time commitment of a tournament. Basically to give them a reason to practice on the ladder, and there's many people who also play in the matches just to enjoy the community and players around it. Regardless of your motivation, if you find this any kind of fun, just check that out in the forums. So we have 3 D&D campaigns going on, and Nomic is doing the Fall of the Silver Templars. It's a high fantasy campaign set in the Pathfinder system. Players must uncover the workings of an insane cult while finding the secrets hidden in their own past. Last time, after days of dungeon crawling, the party finally listened to the wizard and explored the skeleton crypt. This turned out to be the right decision. And that is streamed Sunday at 11 a.m. PDT. So check that out. It's Lord Matsu is streaming a dark fantasy set in the Dungeon World system. That normally happens on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. PDT, but having scheduling issues, so I'm not sure exactly when they'll be happening, but check out the forums for that. The Warsmith is doing the Sea of Stars. It's a D&D 4th edition campaign where adventurers fight Lovecraftian horrors in a psychic shadow war. There was no stream this week because he was running low on sleep, so but he plans on starting next week, so stay tuned for that. And that runs at 8 p.m.
Can you hear me? Awesome.
Yeah, you guys can unmute.
Yeah. All right, everybody
Charge.
Unleash the hounds.
So
do I look like that guy in sepia tone?
You look a little bit festive, actually.
You have to look at us for that.
Between those two pictures.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera going.
That's alright. Who are you in chat?
Collision.
Oh, nice.
COHL, the weird spelling one.
Yeah. Cool. But hey, guys, we started out with 10 people in the chat, or 10 people in the call. So that's
Hey, that's
cool.
full house.
Nice.
Full lag like hell.
Yeah. So what is your what would be your superhero power?
What's our order? Left to right, right to left?
Sure, left to right.
Okay.
Because Anthony asked.
I've always said that in terms of practicality, I would probably want super speed to be able to forego all forms of transportation, more or less, if it was good enough. And it's still like, it's obviously would be still useful in superhero-esque situations. Though, if I wanted to go for cool points rather than just like practicality, which, I mean, super speed's nice, but not that flashy.
Mm-hmm.
Super speed is not that flashy.
Not quite what I intended.
I see what you did there.
Cool.
That's actually kind of a tough, like, for style points, probably like a lot of the more wizardy like powers, like the ability to project illusions and stuff, that would just be ridiculously fun. Like, whether or not you used it for mischief, you could still do really cool things with it.
Cool. Manbon.
I have no idea. I'm still thinking. I'm sorry.
I can come back to you.
Okay, yeah, we can come back to you. Okay, Kitty?
Teleportation would be nice, so that would cut out the stuff of like commuting back and forth and work, but something else more awesome. I'm thinking about that.
Alright, Kitty.
Yeah, I thought of that one a couple of times. Not just for that icebreaker, but I sometimes think about what would be the best superpower to have. And selfishly enough, I think the best one would be to just change into a fly. Easy one. Because I'm just really curious about all those conversations that has to remain private, but I'm just really sneaky. So I would just sneak in rooms and just hear all those conversations. I'm sorry. It's really a bad one, but I'm selfish.
And then you get swatted immediately.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you could have a power to create flies that can fly around, and you can hear everything they hear.
You'd be
Yeah.
one of the
It
flies.
would be a little bit more.
That could be a great one too. Yeah, actually.
Cool.
All right. I would probably settle on, and I've given this a lot of thought, and there's really no one that really sings to me, except the ability to see like the entire spectrum of light, not just visible light. The applications thereof would be virtually endless. So basically, like, I could have heat vision and ultraviolet vision, everything from gamma rays down to radio waves. Yeah, it doesn't really seem that practical, but I just like to be able to say like, whoa, wow, you're looking like very beautiful in the ultraviolet spectrum, not so beautiful in the visible spectrum, but you know, I'd really like to do that to someone. On a sort of similar note, I'd also like to have the ability to have my face emit light because I've already got my superhero uniform right here. So.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, I'd like to have supervision, if that's what it could be called.
Cool.
So you want heat vision in that you can see heat, not project heat.
Yeah, as in detect every wavelength, not give it off. Although giving it off would be cool too, because I could
you're
like
the lamp? Is that
waffles.
what you're saying?
A human lamp.
Oh, guess the lamp.
The lamp.
He shows up to fights with invisible villains and
It's
goes,
not the worst nickname I've ever had.
makes everything's visible.
I
Alright.
come with a cord where you can just pull it and turn me off.
Bah ha ha.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, Faust.
Oh. I just noticed I'm supposed to go next.
Do you want to skip you?
Could I be a literal wizard?
Yeah.
Because that kind of encompasses all kinds of fun stuff like...
You get lots of powers. A little squishy, but you get lots of powers.
Yes. Glass cannon.
You can use your powers to make yourself less squishy temporarily.
I'd like to just throw fire and or make people in the backgrounds of webcams dance. I think that's
do
an
these
important
things.
superpower.
Although, I imagine that second one's a little harder, actually.
Yeah.
All things
Well,
considered.
We'll figure
Sarah's
it
got
out.
someone in the
We'll
background
figure
of her webcam right now. Let's see if we can... Faust, go. Make him dance.
Wait, what?
It's not... I said Sarah's got someone in the background of
Oh,
her
he's not a
webcam,
wizard
so
now.
make him dance.
I
That's not
can't.
working.
I don't know who that man is. He's wearing a suit, I think, though, and he should dance.
So that's one of the rules of your abilities. You have to know the person.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I was gonna ask which rule set you're basing
Then,
this
like,
wizard
the
off.
most fun you could ever have was to try and be
We could just go like full-blown like Baldur's Gate 2, like 40th level wizard nonsense. Excuse me if my nerd is showing.
What? How dare you be a nerd in this hangout of
Nerds, I know.
Nerd.
We're not computer
I
nerds,
just
we're
know
computer
things like
jocks.
having the powers of a level 40
computer.
from Baldur's Gate. Excuse me. I want to summon a giant dragon to breathe fire on my enemies. Maybe stop time and call them meteors. I don't know. All those fun, useless things.
Alright, Prod? This is Prod from chat.
Well,
Wait.
I guess the ability to fly. I mean, I'm already pretty strong, so.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's
But
it.
okay, what type of flying though? Flying with your mind. You got wings, magic.
Superman.
So,
It's the closest thing.
inexplicable.
this power.
The sun.
Cool,
I
cool,
don't know.
cool.
Superman's actually a good choice because it's very hard to pin down what's going on with that,
Yeah.
and it's just really effective.
Cool, cool. Let's see, Justin?
So,
Collision?
yeah, collision.
Collision.
So growing up, I was always a Marvel guy and always a Gambit guy, and so when I was young, I would have been like, yeah, totally Gambit. But now that I'm older, I'm like, you're always carrying stuff around that you're just going to be throwing away, and it's just kind of a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
So probably breathing underwater.
Yeah,
I like it.
look, at the end of the day,
Nice.
a lot of people would enjoy Aquaman's powers.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty good if you're not Aquaman.
If you're not up.
That's one way of putting it, I guess.
Look, Aquaman can control sharks. All right, that's
Yeah.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, he's actually a useful guy to have around if you think about it.
Yeah.
Makes your whole team OP in a specific situation, which is important. It's a utility guy.
Yeah, he's more of a niche superhero.
That's fine. There's a lot of other really niche superheroes.
Wait, actually, Aldo, just
Squirrel
like
Girl.
here's Molly, what Aquaman's
Plastic Man.
powers. Is his power to like control fish or something like that? Something ridiculous like that.
He's got a lot more of an extended like
Yeah,
range of powers that people don't talk about because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, he controls fish.
he does a
But then
lot
you
of
have to think
stuff.
that his body can withstand the insane pressure at the bottom of the ocean when he's
Yeah.
swimming around. So
Oh,
he's like
okay.
near bulletproof, insanely strong.
Well, that's okay.
And
Well,
by
like-
product of that, also very fast.
Yeah.
Also, he cannot explode when he's on the surface, so that's like he's apparently really good at controlling his internal pressure.
Yeah.
But what if he has to fight a battle like in the middle of like the Sahara Desert or something? He's totally like.
That's
Well,
when he
he's
calls
like
him
near
big guns.
bulletproof, punches really hard.
That's when the Kraken walks on land.
Oh Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Okay. Sarah?
Didn't you? Did,
Wait.
Travis didn't go yet.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
but you're
before me.
next. You're next.
Oh, okay, that's right. I would have to go with old standby of telekinesis, partially because there are pretty much limitless applications to that one, and also because once again, used to wait tables and thought it would be hilarious to just be able to pull people's chairs out from under them with my mind. Oh
what
my
Aaron calls-
god!
At that point,
That's what
I would
Aaron
almost
calls
feel like
me.
just extending it to the Force. Because I feel like that's
Yeah.
super. You
then
get
you-
like a bunch more extra powers.
I don't
Plus, you
know,
could wait
though,
tables by like walking around with the plates and everything, just floating behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the excuses to be lazy.
That's right. Luckily, I don't have to do that anymore. Although, I have occasionally, because I'm a bad person, thought about getting a job at a restaurant for like a week just so I could be rude to people.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Like I said, bad person. Anyways,
That's
Travis.
pretty good. So I mean, I don't think we're supposed to. There's no requirement for originality here. So I mean, telekinesis has always been my thing as well. I'd love to have that, but in the absence of that, also something that's been mentioned before is like the super movement abilities, like super speed and flying and stuff. I group them into like a category of just like mobility, right? Super mobility. So I would be the most mobile person
you don't need a
ever.
wheelchair.
Yes, that's
No.
correct. And yeah, I mean those have always been kind of like one or the other, because yeah, mobility would be super awesome because like you could run through things and feel the wind in. Well, I don't have hair, but the wind in what would be your hair.
Your superpower should be to grow lots of hair.
No, dude, I have hair, so I probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but I have hair like everywhere but my head. So hey, I can grow it, just not selectively up here.
Well, that's a superpower in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess. Maybe I'm a hero already. I could be your hero.
Don't
baby.
even know.
I just realized that like the list of weird esoteric superpowers like that we could be talking about, like that one from anybody seen Kill Bill? Remember that like crazy old master
Yeah.
with the beard? The movie that he's actually from, because that's a reference to another movie. In that movie, that guy can make any part of his body his weak point and then make everything else invincible. And for some reason, everybody assumed it was his crotch. So he would just catch their legs and be like,
No. Yes,
like,
wrong.
no, you don't get this back.
That guy's superhero name would be Achilles, I think. That would be
No, but he can move it. It's not just centered
Yeah,
as
you can
like.
choose where it is.
Oh yeah, but it's still a concept,
More-
right?
It's like
more
you
powerful.
pocket number sticks. You can apply it to any point.
I still think that's fun.
There's like has anybody read the Ecstatics comics at all?
No.
Well, they're a Marvel supergroup, but they're like the redheaded stepchild of Marvel supergroups.
Oh,
And their leader is called Mr. Sensitive, because he literally can sense anything that's happening, which is very inconvenient. So he has to have a suit that he wears to keep him from feeling everything.
so it's like the
Feels
arm,
too
the
much.
ear and the arm.
It's a really like bonkers comic.
Oh man.
Cool.
Speaking of that, there's also Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh
They're
yeah.
turning into a movie now.
That movie's gonna be awesome.
You know what?
Yeah,
I read about it. I'm like, I'm
wanna
not
see
too
it.
excited to read this, but I'd be super excited to see the movie because it actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That might be one of those cases where it actually gets better. Getting away from the comic.
All right,
Oh.
so mine would be what's let's see, what's his face? Justin. He took flying, I think, or someone took flying. So probably Spider-Man's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, his powers are actually pretty awesome.
So yeah, I'd like to
Good
swing
choice.
from
Plus, he's got like the awesome insect traits of being able to lift a gigantic amount of weight compared to his own body. So he's actually ridiculously strong.
yeah.
Though that little part of his powers is never really utilized.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that would be mine. Let's see. So this game,
I still haven't gone. I
Dan
still
hasn't gone yet.
Let's
Oh.
go.
a little bit.
I'm waiting for somebody to say Batman at this point.
All right, man.
Okay, well, if I was to have one, okay, so there's an obvious one that I'd like to take, omnipotence. Come on, man. I can have
You really want to know
Can you
that
just
much,
say that?
dude?
every single like superpower that every single one of you has said I can have. Just by
And
saying
literally everything else.
omnipotence. Like, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I don't know, because with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, you want?
That's nonsense.
Oh,
With
I
great
thought you-
power
I thought you
comes
said omniscience, and I was like,
No.
Yeah, well, that's totally fine. Like if people like come up to me and like request money, yeah, I can just like spawn money. Yeah, they
Spawn
I mean,
money.
like, people, if
So in
want
other
something,
words,
like,
you want access to the
omnipotence is-
console in life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just
Yeah.
type /spawn $50 and there you go.
basically, yeah, totally. Like if
want
like
the
there's like
gamer
starving
power.
children in like, Africa or something, like I can just like develop like a power to
Oh.
shoot bacon out of my arms or something. I
Just say Travis on
That would be the best
I don't know.
superpower ever.
Wants the power of the gamer,
Oh,
which is actually one of the most broken powers a person could have.
that's pretty broken.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good manga if you haven't started reading it.
It is awesome.
But-
It's actually a Korean webcomic. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, manga.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I've seen the link you sent, Amiga. I was like, oh, what's the life of a video game? You have to level up and something like that. But yeah, if I had the proper answer like for the superpower thing, I'd say time travel. I'm pretty interested in, I'm actually pretty interested in like seeing what I was like when I was young. Have you ever wondered that? Like, you're grown up now, but have you ever wondered what you were like when you were like a baby or something? That'd be pretty interesting.
It'd be kind of interesting to like double up on that and invisibility, so you have a little bit less chance of causing trouble with it.
Oh yeah. totally.
Yeah.
On accident, at least. So whatever trouble you cause, you try to cause, which would be a little
So
bit
you
better.
want a TARDIS?
It probably won't affect.
Yeah, he wants to be a Time
Yeah.
Lord.
Essentially.
That's actually cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Cool.
the sonic screwdriver would be a pretty good superpower. I mean,
Why is my
Nice.
sonic screwdriver on my desk at work? All the nerd toys around
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
So- So yeah, I think that does it. So Blood Pressure Marathon is a game where it's a race that's like a square shape. So you start at one corner and go to another corner, and everyone's a different unit. And when you get to the end of the or a different StarCraft unit. When you get to the end, you become a different unit. So say you're a Phoenix the first time. You fly past everyone, and when you go to the next one, you become an Overlord. So you're now the slowest. You're like one of the slowest people. So yeah, and then
That sounds pretty broken.
yeah, and you can like slow people down, and like whenever you kill someone, they go back to the beginning of that strip.
What, you can kill people?
Hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, welcome to real life.
No.
It's like the fairest game ever. Nah. I'll give
Alright.
it
start just dropping off the call.
Okay, cool. So
And then
let's
suddenly you
let's
realize
get
my
this.
superpower is to telekinetically kill people I'm in calls with.
Uh-oh.